shimmy. Not need to be cleaned, as well as everything else. Hardly what I'd call orthodox, but it works. There's no seal on that. Yeah, big gloopy goodness. Okay, where we're up to so far is one of these has actually sheared halfway. I've got replacements, but that's obviously no use if one half is sheared in there. The other one I can't get off at all. Waste of time they are. This is now completely undone. As you can see, milky lens. I don't know how well you'll be able to see in there. It is crudded up, it's going to need a proper cleaning out, but the problem is, even completely undone, it won't come off. Yeah, I'll get back to you. Okay, so here you can clearly see there is a problem of sorts, if it wasn't evident. That's going to have to be all cleaned out, which I'm going to do now. Yeah, that's going to take me a little while, and then it'll be on to these. But they are damp with condensation sort of stuff. You can see it on the actual discs and things, so I don't know if I have got a possible problem there. Maybe I have got a blown gasket. So yeah, that's going to be fun. The gasket would appear to have completely deteriorated and stuck to everything, so that's going to need to be scraped off because it's stuck in places, like here on the engine and everything. Not what I needed, because that's going to be a right bollock ache to take off. Fuck me. I'll get back to you. Right, after much effort we finally managed to get most of the crud off here. I'll probably give it a fine going over later. That was a lot of effort, especially with this in the way. Seems like I can't take it off without breaking it. Got most of it off this one as well. Like I say, just needs a little bit of final clean up. Got most of that crap out of it. Got the lens mostly clear. Ugh. That'll need a wipe down. I think I've killed that plant, but who cares, it's a fucking weed. So there's that. So yeah, the only issue is I can't find me 10mm socket to take these out. And my tool inside the house is meant to fit in between these, but I can't seem to see how that would happen. Yeah. Unless I'm missing a fucking trick. But that's all for discovery in a moment. I'm gonna have some food first because I am starving. Okay, first observation after finally getting in here, getting it all cleaned up, is that a lot of the discs are basically fused together. Solid. No movement in them at all. That's probably due to the build-up of crud in there amongst other things, but a lot of them just come off in blocks. So it's just as well I was going to do this anyway. So yeah, now just to get it all apart, put it all back together, and got the new one over there. Unfortunately, minor mishap when doing the oil. That broke, so I'm going to have to cut into that. Ha 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 ha. Got the new oil filter in. I've got the new plug washer in my pocket because it keeps trying to blow away. Getting there. Slowly. Very slowly. Alright, current phase, we are currently topping up the oil, just in the clutch. Yeah, so far so good. It's looking like the work I've done with my torque wrench is holding. Yes, just a damaged panel on the other side to repair now. Ah. Oh, a couple of items of note worth. I have broken this where it connects to the bike there. I snapped it off when I first removed this panel. Oops, my bad I suppose. Remember to take the knife out of the bike, sorry. Oh, and the torch and a magnet stick. I've just got that to screw in now. Put the panels back on. Note to self, if you're ever going to drop that little bolt from in there, behind this, don't, because rammy. Bike's rammy anyway, who cares. Yeah, looks like we're ready to do, once I put all this together, the inaugural turning on of the bike. Took my time filling it up, making sure not to overfill. It's currently about half full. It does say all the way, but I'm hesitant just in case there's any sitting up there that I'm not aware of, because you never know in these things. this was a ball ache. I've actually damaged this, but with no way of actually getting it off, with that one being completely seized. I've bent it. It's rock solid, it's not going anywhere anyway. And my uncle says he may still have the chrome ones of these, so I may be taking these off in the not too distant future anyway to replace them with chrome. Not particularly a fan of chrome, but they're going to be better than these and easier to clean, so that's that. Yeah, all in all, not a very difficult job, just made more difficult by this being dirty and the gasket sticking. I don't even know what to say about the gasket. I'd heard they could be quite a pain, but that thing was literally like glued down, and it was all around this end, right in the way of that raised spinner, if you will. I don't know what it's part of, but there's a raised spinning plate there, and it just made it virtually impossible to get the blade in to scrape it all out. Right nutache. But it's done now. There we go. This is where we test my metal versus the bike's metal. I'm semi-prepared to call that an unqualified success. That patch is from when I was putting the plates in, because you have to soak them in oil before you put them in. As far as I'm concerned, that's an unqualified success. Some things worthy of mention. Not as utilitarian as I thought it was going to be, because obviously that's in the way of the little filter thing, so next time I'll probably have to do a screwdriver through like everybody else. Bit annoying. Should really put it on its stand. does say to let the engine run and then top up oil as necessary, so I think that's what I'm going to end up having to do. Give it 5 and then I'll see if it needs a top